Hey everyone, I'm Benji, the co-host of All Things Urban, the official channel. And today we're going to be talking about something that's brand new, something a lot of people is not even talking about, and that is called the Anchor program, right? The Anchor rebate program, excuse me. Now, the whole purpose of this program is to try to help New Jersey become more affordable, right? So I'm here today with, the one and only Vashiano, right? And he is going to like break it down to us and help us understand, and so we could see if you're eligible to get this money, right? So the cash rebates are broken out between tenants and homeowners. Carmen again is going to explain that to us, so we have a better understanding to see if you're eligible to get this money. So Carmen, let us know what's going on.
Okay. Well, thank you, Benji. So this program is brand spanking new. As you had said, it replaces the homestead rebate credit program that's been around for years. So this program is much different. It covers homeowners and tenants. The homestead only covered homeowners. So this is covering a lot more New Jerseyans. It's it's named as Anchor. The A stands for affordable. They're trying to make New Jersey more affordable. And so what they're basically doing for certain income classes is they're giving what I'll call a cash rebate credit, not a credit against your taxes, not a credit against your rent, but an actual check or direct deposit.
Mm.
For tenants, there's only one number involved, and that's $450. Okay. The key requirement. Well, let me step back for a little. So for tenants, it's $450. You need to apply before the end of January 2023, and they expect to distribute the money no later than May 2023. So they're going to make you wait a little bit for it, but it's something that a lot of New Jerseyans are expecting to get. So the principal thing here, the main thing, before you get excited about this, is you have to be on a lease on October 1st, 2019. If you were living with somebody, you weren't on the lease, or you're wasting your time. This ain't going to work. This is not going to work. So like I said, the first thing is you to be eligible for this Anchor benefit, the principal requirement is you have to have rented and occupied a residence in New Jersey that was your principal residence on that day, October 1st, 2019.
Got
The
it.
second thing is your name has to be on the lease or rental agreement. The third thing is you have to pay rent. You may not have to have paid all the rent, but you have to have paid rent. Okay.
Okay.
The unit, because apartments come in all different shapes and sizes.
Mm-hmm.
The unit that you're living in has to have had a separate kitchen and bath.
So no basement apartments allowed.
A basement would be okay if it had its own kitchen and bath.
Okay.
If you had a lease, 44 Prospect basement, that would work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to have dorms do not work because they share baths. Okay. And then the other principal thing is the property has to be subject to local property taxes. If you're living in complete subsidized housing because there's no taxes, this is not going to work for you. So what the literature says is if you're not sure, ask the property management, ask the property manager if the property is subject to taxes. The last thing is you need numbers from your 2019 New Jersey tax return, and you just need two items. You need the gross income, okay, not the net income, not the adjusted income, the gross income, which is clearly stated on the return, and you need your filing status, which is also on the return. Now, if you did not have to file, I'm going to say this a couple of times because this is important. If you did not have to file, put down what you would have put down if you did have to file. So you didn't have to file because you made less than, some standard amount. Put down the amount that you made, put down the filing status that you would have put there. Okay? $3,000 single. That's what I would expect a lot of people to be doing. Okay?
Okay.
So,
So yeah. So how hard is it, Vaj? Like how hard is it? How can we get started? How can the people who are eligible, get ready to fill out this application and see if they're eligible for this credit?
Okay.
How can they go about it?
Okay, it's really not that hard. It's actually pretty simple. You could probably, if you follow what I'm saying, you could probably just do it in maybe if worst case 10 minutes.
Okay.
So you would you would go to the Jersey website. Okay. Under Anchor Program, it clearly distinguishes between renters and homeowners. This video is mostly about tenants, renters. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you can do it one of two ways. You can either do it online, or you can get the application and mail it in. Obviously, it makes more sense to do it online.
Okay.
So there's with the homeowners, you can call them up. You can do it over the phone. You're probably going to get mail that says this is your ID, this is your PIN. A lot of that is not happening for renters.
Okay.
So, and you cannot do it over the phone if you're a renter. I don't know why they do it that way, but you just can't do it.
Okay.
So what you want to do first is there's basically like maybe 3 categories of information that you need. Okay. Before you pull it up and before you start, punching this stuff in.
Okay.
So
is this, Vaj, this is on the website, right? Because I'm going to have the website
this is on the web. This is all on the website. This is all on the website. I'm just saying, you just want to, these are the things to gather before you start doing it. The first thing is, it'd be great if you had the lease, but you certainly need the address. You certainly need the address, and you certainly need who was on the lease. If it was you and your kids, that's what you're going to put down. Okay. If it was you, your boyfriend, and his kids, you're going to list all that. Okay. So you're gonna put that down. So what's important there is who was living there and what's the address on the lease. Okay. The second thing is you're going to need your income information from your 2019 New Jersey tax return. Just the 2 things. This is pretty simple. Just the gross income, just the filing status. And then the third thing is just get it all ready. You got, your email, your name, and what I would always recommend is your direct deposit information, because you definitely don't want to be chasing the mailman around May. I think the one date that they said was May. They expect to be done with it on May 23rd, 2023. So you don't want that guy's going to be busy that day. Okay. So the email is important because hopefully this program continues to next year, and they'll just send you an email, make it easy. Right. All like the information that you put in before. I'm guessing, but I'm going to say that they're probably going to want 2020 lease information, but I don't know. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So the banking information is important. The email address is important. If people are having trouble, and I'll give you this text number again at the end. You can text us at 877-215-3002, and we will send you the link. So you had some questions.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. The questions, a lot of people have questions. So the number one question that I see a lot of people keep asking is, what if I lived with friends? Like, how do I apply? Like, how can we, go about applying?
Okay. So this is an answer that you're not going to really expect. You expect there to be like restrictions and stuff. But what they're saying, if you call them up, is they're saying whoever was on the lease that contributed to the maintenance of the apartment is going to get, you ready for this?
I don't know. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
okay, because I wasn't ready for this. Is going to
think.
get $450, not part of the $450. So if you're there with your boyfriend, okay, you each get $450. You both have to contribute. And then it's, if and I had said, well, what if there was an 18-year-old that works and he's as long as they apply separately, they can get the 450. They have to contribute to the maintenance of the apartment. Now we're doing a application here. Not say it's not this is not a layup. I don't know. I've never
Right.
they
Right.
usually pay out on the homestead.
Right.
But it'll be interesting to see how they handle these applications. So like I say, now if you're not going to put this in there, if you guys were married filing joint, that is just, if you don't do separate applications, that is just one check to the both of you for $450.
Okay.
If you want it split out, you're not each getting $450. You're each getting $225.
Okay.
So they handle like married couples kind of I'm going to say get the short end of the stick a little bit here. Okay. But that's the way they've explained it so far.
Okay. So another question that I'm being asked is, what if I live in government assistance or subsidized housing? How do I know if I qualify?
Okay. So that's a good question. That's an excellent question. So what I'm being told is, as long as the property is subject to real estate taxes, okay, you're eligible.
Okay. So someone else asked, if I paid $500 a month to live in someone's home with them, like a parents or friends, am I still eligible?
It would depend. Everything revolves around the lease and what your what part of that house or apartment you live in. But you would need a lease. It has to have a separate kitchen and bath, like I say. But if you rented a room and shared this, no, that's not going to work. But as long as you had a lease, it's going to work.
Okay. Now we have a few questions. I couldn't afford to pay all my rent in 2019, probably because of the pandemic. Am I still eligible?
Yes. So this one makes a lot of sense to me because this is a pandemic related benefit. Okay. The state of New Jersey is distributing money that it collected during the pandemic because a lot of businesses were good. Mm-hmm. So you would as long as, but like I say, as long as you had a lease and as long as the facilities met the requirement that I had said before, you should be okay, as I understand it.
Okay. Oh, we have more. Okay. So how do I know if the property I rented on October 19th was subject to local property tax? And I think you kind of answered this. You said that they should, consult with their property manager to see if they pay property tax, right?
That's it. Okay. That's the big thing.
Okay. So you kind of answered this one too, but someone else asked, on October 1st, 2019, the lease was in my name only, but then my fiance, my spouse, he lived with me. So how do I file? Am I still eligible?
Just whoever was on the lease.
Got it.
Whoever was on the lease.
So that's a big one. Make sure it all ties back to the lease. If you ain't got no lease, don't even play with it. If you didn't, don't play with it. So on October 1st, 2019.
I'm not sure what their confirmation process is.
Right.
And then everybody's asking me, at least in the tax office, do I have to put this on my tax return, this money? And thank God the answer is no. You do not.
I was about to say, because that would increase a lot of people's income, wouldn't it?
It's not part of your income. It's totally excluded. It's not. It doesn't. And then Benji, what I want to tell everybody, if they, I'll say the website, not the website. The website, it should be pretty easy to get to, but some people do have trouble finding it.
Okay, and I also put it in the description.
Okay, all right, but New Jersey Anchor tenant usually gets you there. If you're having trouble, text 877-215-3002. Just say what you want, and we'll send it to you.
Look at that. It don't get no better than that. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
to be able to, text your people, like, have a question and then got somebody to send you the answer right away. You ain't got to look, call. It's the weekend holiday. No, right. You text and and everybody right. Texts, So that's dope.
We're working every day. We're working every day, Benji.
That's dope. That's dope.
Okay.
So
okay. So you know what? Let me before I sign off. So the income limit, this is all things urban. So right. The income limit is $150,000 or less right. on the and that's for the $450 on the I just want to throw these out because I don't get a lot of questions. Well, a lot of our clients aren't homeowners, but with the homeowner.
Oh, we lost him.
The occupant.
We lost you.
Did you? You got me now?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. All right. There we go. So you don't have to list the occupants, but the income is still up to 150,000.
Okay.
And then once you're over 150,000, the benefit drops to 1,000. And then at 250,000, the money's over. You're not getting it.
Right. So, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. That's important to know. So a question that a lot of people want to know is, what do I choose? But you answered that. You said
I did.
I
think we're good.
2019 tax return. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's 2019 all the way. That's what you need. That's one of the documents you need in the beginning.
And you also said or check, but we strongly recommend you do direct deposit so you don't have to chase the mailman, as Carmen says.
Correct.
And you absolutely have to be a resident of New Jersey, right? It's a New Jersey program, right?
It's a New Jersey program. Program.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh.
Do you feel like the application is going to be done by a lot of people, Vach? Like, what's your,
Yes, I do. I do too. I think it's one of those things where it was widely publicized. Mm-hmm. It was widely publicized in September when the program was announced. I haven't heard it was publicized a little bit just recently when they extended the date.
Okay.
They extended the date. So, but we got the Christmas season. We got people worrying about W-2s. We I don't know. That's why we're doing this. Benji.
Right.
We're just trying to get everybody to be aware.
Shout out to you. But you always been the person you want, the people to get the max. I know that personally. Before I worked with you on this level, you prepared my taxes, so that's how we met. So I know what you want and what all the things that you do to try to help the community respectfully. And so this doesn't surprise me, respectfully, that you're up here giving game and letting us know what we can and cannot get, because a lot of people, one, don't take the time out to do this. Two, you walking up, you holding a hand practically. It don't get no easier than that, respectfully. You feel me? So shout out to you.
All right, very good. All right.
Yeah.
We'll talk soon.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay. All right.
All right.